What's up, kids? Hope you're having a fantastic morning. I am. I have actually been sitting on my front porch almost all morning. It's been really great. Workouts are done, happened over the weekend. Today is totally an off day. Kids are out of school. They're out with Jill playing. Anyway, I'm just chilling. It's great. So this is a question that comes up in a lot of podcasts, a lot of interviews, that kind of stuff. What's up, Chad? Good to see you, man. What's the secret to marketing success? This is so not clickbait, and this is so not an offer. There's nothing here but just the straight up truth, and it's not easy, okay? It's just the truth. Number one, you gotta freaking be smart at what you're doing. And I don't mean that you have to be a guru at what you're doing when it comes to marketing. I mean that you simply have to be highly intentional. What's up, Rock? Good to see you, dude. You gotta be really, really intentional, and you gotta get somebody behind you who knows what they're doing. So ask a friend, ask a colleague, ask somebody else you respect in the market, ask people in this community right here. Ask what's working, okay? Like dial it in, narrow it down. When I say you gotta be smart, again, I don't mean you've gotta be the biggest marketing guru in your space. I just mean you gotta be intentional and you gotta be focused on that direct thing you're gonna do. Like narrow it down, pick what you're gonna do. Don't just go off all willy-nilly. You gotta lock it in there. Good to see you, dude. Rock, it's so great to see you, man. And I saw your question there about payment stuff, Rock. So reach out. We'll be on our live Q&A for the Mastermind group here in a little while. Rock, you're welcome to ask in there too. That's a great spot for that. Got some ideas. If you want to jump in there, I can share with you too. So be intentional. When it comes to marketing, be intentional. That is absolutely free. There's nothing you got to pay for. Just don't go off all willy-nilly thinking you can force your way into marketing success. Most of us as entrepreneurs, I sure know I'm this way, and I've made so many mistakes because of this one fault, which is also our strength as entrepreneurs, right? We're really strong-minded people. We're determined. We stick with it. We're tenacious. We'll fight. We'll do whatever it takes. We'll work harder, faster, stronger. But unfortunately, harder, faster, stronger doesn't replace smart. So being smart and talking to people who are in your same market space and finding out what's working, what's not working, why. Learn about it. That way you can take really good action forward that's smart, not just wearing yourself out, banging your head against a brick wall until it breaks, right? Most brick walls don't break like that. So that's number one. Free, go ask questions, ask in this group, do whatever you gotta do. Be smart, okay? Number two, be focused on organic, okay? I'm gonna say that real clearly. Be focused on organic. So when you're first starting out or when you're very successful already, any coach will tell you this. You gotta understand, anybody who's had any success at all will tell you this. You gotta understand what's working organically, all right? Yes, I love ads. Yes, I love automation. We use tons of that stuff, but I also love, what's up? Thanks so much. Great to see you. Clifton, so good to see you. I also love making sure that our message is dialed in, our automation is dialed in, our ads are dialed in, any videos, emails, webinars, podcast interviews, virtual summit interviews, whatever we get to be on, whatever platform I get to be on. It's all about understanding the organic and being very focused on making sure that organic message is converting. No one has any business, Cian, awesome to see you. Nobody has any business doing any kind of paid traffic or quite frankly, even building a really big funnel system, hacking someone else's funnel, doing whatever, building a website, all that stuff, until you've got the organic messaging and marketing dialed in. And that means building your own Facebook group, hanging out in other people's Facebook groups, jumping onto LinkedIn, doing a bunch of time in something like Clubhouse or Instagram, TikTok, wherever you think your market is. Just getting out there and having real, authentic, organic conversations, inviting people to Zoom calls, doing their research, asking them what's going on, what's working, what's not working, letting them know that if you could solve the problem they're struggling with, would they be willing to buy it from you or learn from you or whatever? Like, get out there and do that work. That is really hard work, folks. And it takes a lot of time and intentionality. And sure, one benefit of having some success behind you is that you get a lot of opportunities to see organic working. So for our organization now, even though we run a lot of traffic and we run a lot of ads and we do a lot of interviews and lots of other people's platforms, that gives me a lot of opportunity to see is the message resonating, particularly when I'm on like a live interaction podcast. But before that, we did everything organic. Like here in this Facebook group and on other people's groups. And and getting into all kinds of chances where we could just talk on somebody else's Clubhouse page. That was kind of after we got going, but there's lots of things you can do to be very intentional organically, all right? So be organic and learn how to convert sales organically, from cold approach to warming up that market, to inviting them into some sort of a sales sequence, like where you're talking to them, not just dumping them to a funnel, and then offering a problem and solution set for them that fits, okay? That is so, so important. It's absolutely free, doesn't cost you a penny, nothing to sell, right? It's about you connecting to your market. Clifton, that for messaging me this morning. Yeah, thanks for messaging me this morning. So, Clifton, man, it's good to see you, bud. Whatever. It's great to see you. Sorry, I can't quite tell. Maybe I'm just missing the point of your comment there. Thanks for messaging me this morning. I think maybe that's what you said. Anyway, glad to have you here, Clifton, for sure. So ultimately, it is free. Get out there and do the organic work. All right. So number one, let's kind of go back here for a second, backwards for just a second. My neighbor is rebuilding, sorry about that noise, the traffic. My neighbor's rebuilding a Hummer, like the real deal military Hummer from the ground up. Just got it repainted, got new seats in it, just drove by, it's looking so good. It's a huge project, right? But he's committed. That's gonna be, we're gonna get to that. That's actually a good segue into our third point. Let me go over our first 2 points. So first up, just to connect, yeah, Clifton, great to see you, man. Glad we get to connect, really am. So, let's talk about our first 2 points first. Number one, be intentional, smart, whatever you want to call it. Talk to people that have already had success in the marketing venue that you want to go into, all right? And I don't just mean if you want to have success on Clubhouse marketing or LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or whatever. I mean talking to somebody who's had the success you want to have on a platform and in the market you want to approach. So if you want to have success on YouTube marketing, you need that's geared towards, men from 25 to 35, and you're selling a done for you or done with you, like supplement, physical coaching, mindset coaching, whatever. I'm just making this up, okay? If that's your market, you want to be on YouTube. You need to be talking to somebody who's had success on YouTube approaching that market, okay? Get super specific, not just someone who's had success on YouTube, but who's had success just on selling to 25 to 35-year-old men who want physical and mental fitness. No, you need to talk to somebody who's had success in that venue to that audience, okay? That way you can be very smart and get right down to what works. Then, number two, you need to get really good at the organic approach, really learning how to single out the person you want to talk to, have a conversation that resonates with them, or a video that resonates with them, or interactions on whatever platform you're on that resonates with them, that calls out their problem and brings your solution to light. That takes a lot of trial and error. That part right there is the hardest part. And so many people would prefer to go after ads and go after just copying someone else's funnel and go after copying someone else's video formats or whatever. But honestly, guys, it doesn't work that way. You're a different voice than the people you're copying. You're gonna resonate with your market in a different way than the people you're copying. Everybody's different, and everybody connects and responds to different authors, different hosts, different content creators, different product creators in different ways. Get out there and do the hard work. The people you see that are successful have done that work the hard way. They've put in the hours, they've put in the reps, and they've done it, okay? If there's anything you should be, just dogged, determined, won't quit, it's about organic outreach and organic connection and organic selling. You gotta crack that code. Okay, that is a code to crack. Let me just reemphasize that too. It's not just about, oh, I'm gonna do organic for 3 months and it's gonna work. No, you gotta look at the organic approach as you're messaging people, as you're talking to people, as you're getting them on Zoom calls, as you're doing whatever you do in your attraction method, and learn why it's working. Analyze the conversations, go back, listen to the conversations, rewatch it, listen, what were you doing? What were they saying? What point did you maybe miss? Really understand where they're coming from. That takes work, folks, and it's so important. It's 100% free, but you gotta do it, and nobody can replace that for you. There's no system you can buy that'll replace that for you. There's no ad sequence you can run that'll replace that for you. It's just gotta be done the old-fashioned way of building connections with real people. All right, so again, number one, find someone who's had success in your market. I mean, the market meaning the kind of people you wanna connect to, and in the place those connections happen. So again, men 25 to 35 who want to be physically and mentally healthy, and you want to connect people on YouTube, let's say. You need to find someone who's had success in that market and had success in that market on YouTube, okay? Again, pick your genre. I'm just using an example. Number 2, focus on the organic first. Learn why your voice and your market connect together. Stay away from automation, ads, copying huge funnel builds, email sequences, all of that. You will spend the next 6 months, or you've already spent the past 6 months, building those things out, but that doesn't pay the bills. What pays the bills is real connection, and what will allow you to scale it and grow it and run the ads and run the funnels and run all the big stuff that we all get to do is because you start with the organic. When you see somebody who's had success, I promise you they start with the organic, okay? Number 3, this is tough. It's actually not tough when it comes down to it. It's just tough when you think about it right now today. This is a long game, folks. There is no get rich quick. Yes, I know so many marketers pitch get rich quick stuff, all right? In 2 weeks, you can make blah, 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 blah. I get it. There are success stories like that, and they're real, right? And there are also success stories about people showing up in Nashville, Tennessee with a guitar, living out of the back of their Volkswagen, and just busking on the sidewalks until somebody picks them up, and then they become the next big star. Yeah, that's real too, but it's really, really rare. But what actually gets the work done is putting in the reps and having that long game approach. Be very, very determined that this is not something you're doing this month or this year or the next 6 months or the next quarter. It's a long game. You're here to be smart. You're here to be very focused on the organic and crack that code. And you're here to stick with it, all right? If you have those 3 things, which all cost you nothing, you will succeed. But you have to be very clear about getting out there and talking to people who are in your market having success and using the platform or tools you want to use to have success. You want to talk to those people, all right? You also want to be very, very clear that you're going to go after this organically, and you're going to really understand what real people want to do, what their real problems are, and why they really connect to you as a human. Not your funnel, not your flashy video, not your email sequence, but why they want to connect to you. Once you figure that connection out and their real problem and your solution, then you can automate the heck out of it with anything you want, because you'll know why. But until you know why, you'll just waste a lot of time trying to figure out why and get all that in place, all right? And then 3, show up and don't quit, all right? And know going into it, this is the long game, folks. This is not gonna happen in 6 months. It's not gonna happen in 2 weeks. It's not gonna happen, let me just say it this way. It's not gonna happen in 3 years or 10 years, folks. Here's the cool thing about the journey that you're going through. You might think, man, I don't want to be doing this in 10 years. I want to be retired on an island in 10 years. Awesome. But the truth of it is, folks, you're entrepreneurs. You love the game. Once you go through multiple rounds of success and realize, oh, I can take some time off and chill, you'll get bored again. You want to do the next thing. But the habits you're building now, making this thing really sustainable, understanding the organic, putting the things in place the right way, doing it with foundations in place, gives you a chance to repeat and repeat and repeat as you build the next thing. You're gonna love it, but you gotta do it the right way. Once I learned those things, to forget trying to bang my head against the wall and go freaking ask the experts that are having real success, not just BS marketing success, but having real success in the market you wanna serve and on the platforms you wanna be on. Ask them what they're doing, all right? If you gotta pay for an hour of their time, fine. Ask them what they're doing. And then go after it and be organic in those markets so you understand why you connect to those markets on those platforms. Understand why, not just what the funnel numbers or ad numbers are. You gotta understand what makes the human connection happen. And then 3rd, show up with the long game in mind. This is truly a marathon, not a sprint. Even if you're having a very successful time in mile 1 of your marathon, good for you. But you gotta keep going after it and get that marathon mindset down, because you're gonna wanna repeat that process. You're a runner, you're gonna keep going. It's gonna work, okay? That's the 3 secrets to successful marketing. I know maybe you're wishing I would say, oh, it's about videos that are 30 seconds long or less, or 5 minutes long or more, or it's long or short form emails, or it's a certain type of funnel system, or it's where the buttons are placed, or it's how you're pricing your product, or it's the sequence. It's honestly not, guys. That's copying someone else's success looking at their success once it's successful, all right? If you got to like dive into the nitty gritty of my funnels, our processes, our sales system, our attraction model, our pricing, everything, you'd see the patterns, but the patterns wouldn't be right for you necessarily. So even when we teach people in our own mastermind how to do what we do, and teaching high-ticket masterminds and high-ticket group coaching programs, we teach them like, here's what we've done, here's what dozens of others have done, but it has to be yours. So the real trick of this is always making it yours. Asking someone who's been in your market, in your space, that's had success, figuring out how to translate a real organic approach into something you can understand and crack the code on, and then sticking with it, okay? Those three things make people successful in the marketing world. That's the truth. I wish I had something to sell you right here, but I don't. There's no quick and easy one-page drop, check this list off and go make money. It just, honestly, doesn't work that way. If you do the three things I just told you to do, it'll work. And it'll take some time. And it'll be sustainable. And you'll get rid of the roller coasters. You'll get off the ups and downs. You'll actually get with the thing that works long-term and gives you space, all right? This kind of space, I not mean physical space, but the kind of space where I can sit here on a Monday morning until 10 a.m. Central my time and chill, because the roller coaster's over, folks, because I understand the process behind it. Get out there and do it. Do work, get results. We talk about that all the time in my mastermind and group coaching programs. Do work, get results. It's not get rich quick, it's methodical, it's planned, it's purposeful. You can do that. You're all strong enough. You're all extremely smart. You're all extremely intelligent. You have the work ethic that's just like nobody else has. That's why you want to be an entrepreneur. And all you got to do is make sure you know, where do I start the right way? Ask experts in your market and on the platform you want to be on. How do I start the right way? Get organic. Forget all the tools for a second. Go get organic. Understand why real people connect to real people. That's so important. We've so lost that in our world of technology. I feel like I'm like some old greatest generation dude saying that, but it's true. We've lost that connection. And when we realize, oh, the human-to-human connection is where it starts, then you can automate it, you'll win. And then don't give up, like stay with it. Don't bang your head against a brick wall you don't understand. Understand the wall, get the right approach, and don't quit working at it. Do the work, get the results. You guys are just super cool. Love hanging out with each of you. You've totally got this. Don't give up. Lean in, ask questions. For those of you who've been in our group for a long time, you know this. You can ask us questions, we give you answers. Lock them down here in the comments of this video, and we will answer those questions. If you're shy and don't want to ask them publicly, I totally get that. Drop us a private message. Somebody on my team will get back to you. We'll put together a video. We'll answer your questions. You got this. All right? Talk soon. Enjoy your week. Bye, guys.